to another video blog. We're coming up on Halloween here, and this week I've been doing a countdown of my top 5 favorite John Carpenter films, specifically his horror brand. Kind of leaving out, stuff like Big Trouble in Little China or, say, They Live, which are great movies, but, not quite what I was aiming for. Now, we've already looked at, of course, number 5, In the Mouth of Madness, a favorite of mine, especially for its clear homage to H.P. Lovecraft. Number 4 being Christine, one of the best of the Stephen King adaptations. The Fog, one of those really good ghost stories that we don't seem to get much of anymore. And of course, Halloween. You can't forget Halloween, daddy of slashers. Michael Myers, William Shatner mask. So, number 1 spot, probably kind of an obvious choice. Number 1, along with The Fog and Halloween, is in my top 20 all-time favorite movies as far as the horror genre goes. It is, of course, John Carpenter's 1982 opus. It kicks off his apocalyptic trilogy. And, of course, when I was a kid, I loved it for things like this. And this. This. And yeah, this. As I've gotten older, I've come to start to appreciate other things about the film. I can still sit through it. I find it one of those rare films that's watchable on repeat basis. It's a great little story because it plays on very simple themes that pretty much anyone can relate to. I mean, it's really a story about losing your identity.
What was happening to him? If it had more time to finish, it would have looked and sounded and acted just like that. I don't know what you're saying. There was one of those things out there trying to imitate him, Gary. Come on. I know Bennings. I've known him for 10 years. He's my friend. You better burn the rest of them.
The fear of losing who you are and just becoming part of the mass, part of the thing. Just, and people have these fears. It's why some people fear becoming religious. It's why some people fear marriage. It's why it isn't because they think those things have to be inherently wrong, but they do see them as identity-stealing items. Stuff that once you're involved, it takes away who you are, and people only see you for what you are a part of.
Nobody. I just give it to Copper whenever he needs it.
Could anybody have gotten it from you, Doc?
I don't see how. As soon as I'm finished, I return it right away.
Great.
When was the last time you used it?
Huh? A day or so ago, I guess.
I suppose somebody could have lifted it off me.
Oh, come on. That key ring of yours is always up to your best.
It's not accusing everybody. Hey, no, stop it! Copper's the only one who's got any business with it.
Oh, now wait a minute, Gary. You've been in here on several occasions. Doc thought of the test.
So what? Is that supposed to clear him? Well, bullshit!
Why would he come here?
This is just such a great little paranoid thriller going on, as nobody knows who is actually the thing.
Windows. You and Palmer cut everybody down real tight.
What for?
For your health.
Come on, let's rush him. He's not going to blow us all up.
No, wait a minute. Let's do what Max says. I mean, he wasted Norris pretty quick, didn't he?
That's close enough, Clark.
He ain't tying me up.
In Halloween, humor seemed to more serve the characters to make them more accessible, more likable. Whereas with Big Trouble in Little China or They Live, the humor was clearly built in, one being kind of a sci-fi horror comedy, the other being a action-adventure comedy. But The Thing, well, there, the humor is really to break the tension. And it works very well. Lots of great little moments that just give you a little chuckle when it seems like it's been too much, too gruesome, too intense. They're pitch perfect moments, such as this one.
You gotta be fucking kidding.
You have a lot of moments like that. And yeah, you've got the really gross moments. In fact, when the movie came out in 1982, just 2 weeks after E.T., along with Blade Runner, it got walloped, and the critics were very tough on it, especially for being so gory. The effects still stand. Other than a few moments where it's like, yeah, that's really clearly stop motion, it really works. And that's something that Carpenter was very effective with in his 80s films, was making a small budget work. I mean, even if you look at The Fog, very simple effects go on throughout that entire movie, but they really work and they sell it. And that's what happens here. There's more impressive and extensive effects, lots of like little mechanical and plastic and, you know, gruesomeness going on, but it's so effective to see it happening in front of them and see their reactions, which, much like in Alien, you have your sequence of the chest bursting scene where everybody's reaction is so visceral and real because it's happening right there in front of them. And that is what makes this work, is everybody's shock and awe as they're trying to deal with this creature is entirely believable. It's sold. That they're getting this paranoid feeling, that they're not trusting each other, that they're not trusting what they know, and they're even kind of questioning themselves. The fact is it's just full of great moments, and that is why The Thing is my top John Carpenter movie. Even more than Halloween, which is such an effective thriller, this is the one that just works on every level. It works as just a gruesome monster movie. It works as a thinking man's film. It's good, but definitely number one for Carpenter. In spite of the fact that it was seen as a failure at the time for him, I think it's a triumph, and I think that history has definitely backed me up on this. So, rent The Thing this weekend. Enjoy the scares. Enjoy the story. It's worth watching. Catch you later, and happy Halloween.